It's day one of the RugbyTown Sevens for 2022. It's gone 6:30 p.m. local time here at beautiful Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. We're ready for match 21 of 28. It's a Pool C lineup between the SoCal Griffins, who were victorious earlier today by 31-12 against the Akuma Cannibals, taking on the BC Bears from British Columbia, who lost their opening game against the Heat, 26 points to 15. And our fans have come in here from far and wide to support these 20 sides with $10,000 on the line. A perfect venue for rugby. This purpose-built stadium has been here for 15 years. Alongside me, Mark Stabino, former Australian Sevens International. I'm Dallin Stanford, and welcome wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. 75 countries logging in from all over, and we got all sorts of different action to come. So these are the pools, how they look. Pool C. We mentioned the Griffins, well, the USA doing really well in their pool so far.
Yeah, the youngsters out to a great start as well. Tel Aviv, the new team. Interesting to see them as well in SoCal. Very comfortable, as you mentioned, Alan, in their first game. The Cannibals, new as well to RugbyTown, as are the BC Bears. Great to see some talent coming from north of the border. And this is a tough pool indeed. A lot of unknowns. You can do a lot of homework on your opposition. One thing you know for sure is the Griffins from SoCal will always bring the heat. Will.
Yeah, Mark Stabino, you're certainly right. And so there have been some brilliant tries, but some brilliant hits as well. Oh, there's some of them right here. Take that, my friend.
You don't think that sevens, there's no hard tackles. As we've seen today, plenty big hits. Look at the textbook stuff as well. It's one of the things the crowd have come to see. The physicality of this game. It's just hard to believe after these physical encounters that these players can shake hands and have so much respect for one another. That's one of the special things about the game of rugby.
So here we go, SoCal Griffins in lime green take the field. Matai Leuta, the Olympian, leads them out with Devon Short and Patrick Madden. And bringing out is Jacob Bourne, the BC Bears from British Columbia, coached by Robin McDowell. And here's a look at the squads.
The Griffins looking strong. Lance Williams featured in MLR Rugby. Leuta, the captain. And Peter Seo Jr. Look out for him as well. He took a knock in the first game. Let's hope he's okay. Patrick Madden also, and the BC Rugby Jacob Bourne wears the captain's armband today, as he will throughout the tournament. Some good performances in their first outing for BC, notably Keegan Neary scored a great try. I know Lloyd, keep an eye out for him as well. So plenty of talent across the park for the men in blue and yellow.
Andrew Stockton with the whistle, representing NorCal, the youngster. SoCal Griffins on the left, kicking off to the BC Bears in Pool C of day one at the RugbyTown Sevens. Madden gets us going with a lovely hoisted kick as Lance Williams locks it back superbly. That's great skill as it lands down to Moxley. Ethan Moxley goes against Gallagher. Full of running, energetic opening start here. Devon Short is there. Short goes round the near side to his teammate Madden, who throws a beautiful dummy. Almost free. Williams, the Utah Warrior, and Hawaiian sensation, gets to the cross field. They have to cut back in with Ross Deppersmith, the cyborg as he's now known, to Williams. Gallagher comes flying in, concedes a penalty though, rolling away, so Lance Williams wants to go quickly. Deppersmith whips it wide to Leuta, the Houston Sabercat in Major League Rugby. Oh, the big jump step and the bosh. He's a tough customer to handle, is Leuta. So is Lance Williams. Lovely passing across field. So again, they eject Moxley. Moxley, a Cal State Long Beach product and Belmont Shore Youth Program, but didn't release. So Gallagher taps and goes for the BC Bears. Early chance for them with possession. Ethan Hager gets it across to the Canadian international, Kainoa Lloyd. Almost free, couldn't get the pass away to his winger.
11.
And it pops the other way. What is the call? SoCal Griffins look to go short. Madden in a bit of space. It's a lovely opportunity. They get the first try, and it belongs to to Patrick Madden, a Cal Poly rugby sensation with that stash, has it all smiles.
Another great start for the Griffins, just keeping the BC Bears down in their own territory, applying the pressure. Bears absorbed a lot of that pressure, defending well, but the penalties were too much in the end. The Griffins looking to go quickly, as they have done all tournament. Madden, he's been a handful. Don't show him a half gap, because he will take it.
Let's go.
So lines up the conversion as the Rudy Scholz Award finalist, the best collegiate player in the country, Patrick Madden. Doesn't get the extra 2. 5-0 they lead. Good start though from the SoCal Griffins with plenty of possession.
That's right, Dallin. BC just needs to get their hands on the ball. These kickoffs are so crucial in the game of sevens. It takes his time to get back and see if he can hoist this one high in the air to give his support players a chance to contest. Williams over there is looking at both sides. Let's see, he's probably going to go to the left.
Patrick Madden goes high. Williams flies in. Big collisions there. Hold on, there's danger here.
No, hold on.
Stockton wants to check to see about a collision in the air.
Yes, come on over. I saw green go up for the ball. Did you have, excuse me, blue go up for the ball. Did you have green in a realistic position?
No.
No, I'm thinking yellow card.
Yep.
He's not in a realistic position to play the ball. Just over here, just give us a second. Near.
Yellow card, they'll go quickly. Well, Brock Gallagher. So down to 6 players of SoCal Griffins. Opportunity here for Kanoa Lloyd and the BC Bears as they look to straighten up with Hager. Lovely little half gap. The ball's knocked his play on, and a big collision here Green on Shane Rickley-Crindle. Penalty comes away yet again to the BC Bears. They tap and go quickly. Jacob Bourne. Bourne throws a dummy. Keeps it into the 22 for the Bears. Numbers on the right-hand side. But up the middle they go on just bootstrap tackle on Rickley-Crindle. Still to the right. Lloyd has got it through. He'll get right back into this game. The British Columbia Bears strike to the Canadian international.
The numerical advantage that the BC Bears had over the Griffins because of the yellow card, which is too much for the Griffins in the end. Keeping the ball in hand, just raising the tempo, and it was a mere formality. Kanoa Lloyd to slice through unopposed. Now back in this game.
They take the lead with the conversion from Jacob Bourne, and Kanoa Lloyd played in Rugby World Cup 2019 for Canada, but he still rates this as one of the best tournaments as Lance Williams has a breather there for the SoCal Griffins Sinbin. And with a hairstyle like that, why not?
Scoreboard says another 45 seconds. He'll have to remain on the sideline.
Straight out. Straight out.
Not the way you want to start immediately after scoring. Just handing prime attacking opportunity over to the opposition. A chance to really go back to back and put the pressure on. They've let the Griffins off the hook.
Take time off that yellow clock as well. 15 seconds for the yellow card defender to come back. And Matai Leuta started a company called Wolves in Wool. His ball to Devon Short gets knocked on. Advantage here for the BC Bears. They can capitalise here with Brock Gallagher. Tremendous speed as they whip it on the outside. That's great skill here. Cal Sager beats one. Cal Sager for the line. It's outstanding from the Trent University student. And the BC Bears do go back to back. And with this kick to come, they should be up 14-5.
Great play from the Bears. This 2-minute period with a man down has really hurt the Griffins.
Thank you.
Using the full width as well. Some lovely spiraling passes into space. The one over the top there was a beauty. Just the missed tackle from Ryan James as well. Couldn't get himself in the right position. Allowing Carl Sager all the way under the posts. Version's good as well, so they need 2 scores to regain the lead, the Griffins. As Williams comes back onto the field, that'll help their cause.
Great passage of play here for the British Columbia Bears. Went down to the Tel Aviv Heat earlier today, 26 points to 15. SoCal Griffins. Moxley Finds Leuta. Big jump in midfield as the USA Sevens player to Lance Williams. Williams, the ball in one hand. Warrior flies it back into Depperschmidt, who links up superbly with Moxley. This is better play from the SoCal Griffins. Now they come through Freddie Mercury, known as Patrick Madden. And Devon Short on the outside. Short streaking in. This guy's outstanding, is Devon Short. And the header match as well. It's a highlight from Devon Short.
Wow, the clinical display of rugby from the Griffins was sublime for that try. Bringing it one way, dragging defenders across, and then just acknowledging the space back on the other side. They still had to use it, and they did it through direct running, crisp passing, putting it out in front of the man, and that was just too much for the defense. Look at the acceleration of the try scorer there. Devon Short, who'd have thought?
Stunning finish from him as Patrick Madden lines this one up. They both played together in the Premier Rugby Sevens. With Devon Short and Madden goes to the side. Half-time is the whistle. 14 points to 10 is the score so far after 7 minutes, and it's the BC Bears with a slender lead against the SoCal Griffins at the break.
O'Neill's is the official sportswear supplier for the biggest teams in World Rugby and Infinity Park. Shop apparel now at o'neills.com.
Space. Really good. Getting on the back foot. Working hard. And they've got buy-in.
Just keep on score every time we win the battle. The spaces on the second phase, boys, they commit too many guys to the right. Honestly, you guys can walk it in on the edge here. Right? So let's just do that. Get through that second phase. A lot of 3-on-2s, 2 long ones. Coaches.
Hey, nothing fancy. System. At the moment, we're trying to take advantage of all opportunities, and we're not forcing them to go side to side.
You can hear from the huddle, just a lot of opportunity, especially out wide. Identified as committing too many numbers, so they're trying to attack that. They're still very much in this game. It's a close one. 4 points adrift. That final try was a big confidence booster after the BC Bears looked like they might have had the better of the two teams. Some great play from both teams. Noah Lloyd leading from the front there. That pass over the top was superb. Sends Sager away for the try. Madden, ever present. Devon Short with the pace. Burns them on the outside. He has been a revelation for the Griffins so far. It's early days for both these teams.
All set.
We're set up for a thrilling second half.
They really are. This is their second match in Pool C. The BC Bears kicking off from left to right. Lead 14 points to 10. Vital to get ahead in these pool stages. Moxie leaves it behind. Penalty played in front by Ross Depperschmidt.
Still ahead of him and offside. Over here.
Gallagher goes to the mark. Under 20 player throws a dummy. Good little step does Gallagher. Still going Brock Gallagher. By himself, he can do it all. 5 meters out. Noah Lloyd comes in. Bourne is there. Great width for the BC Bears. Keegan Neary. They're going to come back to the short side. Ricky Lee Crindle for the line. And he reaches over and he's got the score. And the BC Bears start off the second half on fire.
Don't they just? Well-worked try there. Playing the territory first of all. Down the right end of the field. Putting the SoCal Griffins under pressure. And what was good about the BC Bears in that play was how clinical they were and patient. Just keeping the ball alive.
You're right.
Moving it around.
Just one of those reaction things,
spot
right?
any hole that they can, and they found one. Williams couldn't quite do the job. Shane Ricky Crindle made his way over. Great way to start the second half, and this conversion is a beauty. Does it have the legs? It does. Well, Dallin, what do you say?
Well, the Bourne supremacy is there indeed from Jacob Bourne. 21 points to 10. A fantastic strike as Rana Rashidian looks on for the SoCal Griffins alongside Justin Boyd, former US Sevens flyer, coaching the SoCal side. They're up against it in this game. Are the SoCal men. Robin McDowell coaching the BC Bears, Rugby Hive co-founder and former Canadian Sevens player. Comes down to Ryan James, saw his mom earlier. He's enjoying the SoCal outfit though. They need a big comeback here in the second half. Layuta flicks it out wide to Deppersmith. Finds Williams back to the inside. Lance Williams. Ball in one hand. Superb skill from the big frame. Layuta stabs it forward. It's been intercepted though for the BC Bears as Devon Short tries to peel it away. Short got tremendous strength but not able to get it back on that occasion, and then it's kicked through from Jacob Bourne towards the touchline.
Shame about the execution. Thought it was a clever little kick, and dare I say,
Use the line, please.
defender was turned around and chasing player. Looked like he might have had the pace to get there had that ball stayed in. As you said, the Griffins a little rocked at the moment, Dallin, struggling to make their way out of their half.
Time on.
Comes Freddie Mercury to throw this in. Patrick Madden goes over the top. Oh, it's a mistake. Could be costly here. The BC Bears. Bourne, great hands. Hager flicks it on the outside. Ricky Lee Crindle is there. Takes his time to go back inside to Neary. Patient stuff here from the BC Bears, the Canadians. Going to cause a big upset here. Cal Sager cuts loose. Cal Sager's like a rattlesnake, and he pounces at the right time. He'll sting you.
Sager, what about that? The step and then the acceleration. He had plenty of green jerseys around him as well. I'd say he had no right to score that try. He spotted some weary defenders. Again, just showing a lot of patience. Started with the overthrow on the line out, which gifted possession to the Bears. The Griffins under pressure.
Just 21 years of age is Cal Sager. Played for Canada under 18. His side up 26 points to 10. They are really putting the SoCal side to the sword, who came into this tournament with a pretty stacked lineup. You'd have to say, led by the Olympian, Matai Layuta. It's the funny old game of sevens, isn't it? Down the middle they go, does Bourne. Moxley. A couple of big jump steps from him. In fact, it's back on the park is Peter Sear Jr. He receives it now. Lake seems to be okay. Oh, but he spills it. So it's a mistake, and that gives away the pill.
That just shows the pressure, doesn't it, Dallin, that the Griffins are under at the moment. A little panic, the time's ticking away. Yellow card as well.
Don't shout at me.
Wow. That's
It's for penalty now. Just waiting for him to be off.
could have just sunk the Griffins ship. With only 3.5 minutes to play, they needed to score, and instead they end up with one of their playmakers in the bin. So here we are, just pushing the pass there. Didn't need to go. That's panic rugby for you when you play catch-up.
Set our line out, please.
Makes the decision.
Hold on. One in the channel. One in the channel.
Yeah, there's no time for talking back in the game, and he was quite arrogant on his bio as well. Can't do that in the game of rugby. It'll sort you out. Here comes Brock Gallagher now for the BC Bears. They've played a perfect game so far. A little dummy there shown from Ethan Hager on the outside. Hager is away. That is simply sensational from the British Columbia Bears. And Ethan Hager out of the University of Victoria gets it done and has the final say.
Wow. Putting the Griffins to the sword. BC, you see Layuta there without an answer. They thought there might have been an obstruction. You see a player come through, taking in two defenders, then the looping player around, Layuta throwing his arms out saying, "Ref, what do I need to do?" It was legit. They are a man down. Let's not forget. What a kick. This is just, it's all the Bears at the moment.
It really is, and a stunning bit of skill here from the captain, Jacob Bourne. Man that sets up tents for various events. I think he needs to be a full-time rugby player, in my opinion, the 21-year-old. He's showing all the skills here today alongside Cal Sager and a handful of the BC Bears. 33 points to 10 now, and Kanoa Lloyd, oh, he's having a party. The BC Bears give that man a hug.
What a finish for the Bears, and there's still some time to play. Quickest try we've seen in this tournament so far from the kickoff over the top.
Take us to full time if you want it.
Griffins players couldn't contain it.
I'll just tell you when.
The pace of Lloyd. He thought maybe if that ball goes over the top, he might just be able to snag it. There it is, the bounce as well. The little dribble kick. Some soccer skills from Lloyd. Kept the ball in play.
Full time by my watch.
A stunning finish from the British Columbia Bears in this contest. An emphatic victory. They take out the SoCal Griffins in Pool C by a score of 38 points to 10.